Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some big boys, some of the big hitters, best players and hitters in the 1950s and 60s. And that is going to be Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and just a little bit of Roberto Clemente. But I'm going to start with the Aaron collection. Now, once again, the caveat is I don't have all my Aarons here. These are just the ones I have in my house. With the way things are going with vintage, and in particular Aaron and Mays, and to an extent Clemente, man, their stuff is just blown up, and I bought this stuff well below what they're going for today. So you'll see that even some of the stuff I have in the house, I probably shouldn't have some of it in the house. So I'll go ahead and show you. Starting with, I've got a really nice and well-centered 58, but this is the All-Star as well in a 6. Fence Busters, Del Crandall, Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron, Joe Adcock. Then in 59, he just shares his Fence Busters with Eddie Matthews. That's kind of a cool card. I never quite understand what the background is. I like the color scheme with the green and the yellow, but I don't know what's behind him. The Baseball Thrills subset from 59, a big fan of. And there's the Hank Aaron card from that. Got his 1960 as well, regular, but obviously it's too expensive to keep in the house, so you'll just have to settle for this near mint 7 All-Star card. It's a cool portrait shot. MVP 57 commemorative card from the 61 set. Got a nice copy of his 52, not here, but here is his All-Star as well. A little bit off center, left to right. This is a great card to pick up if you're looking to get into the Hank Aaron game. Probably one of his least expensive cards from the early 60s. Some other nice ones. Once again, I'm just reminiscing about the cards I don't have in front of me, but here is a couple leaders cards from 64 and 65. Here's his embossed. I've got a really nice 67 and an near-mint 7. It's not here, but here's an O-Pee-Chee. Just in a 5, got 3 Hall of Famers. And here it is in the tops in a little nicer grade. This is my 68 home run leaders card. I love this one. 3 Hall of Famers in it, but I got this one primarily because the Willie McCovey. But this one this is real sensitive centering on this one. To get it at a 7.5 was a big win for me back in 2011 when I picked that up, primarily for the Willie McCovey collection, if you believe that. Game piece from 68. Got his 68 and a 7, got his 69 and a 7. And then here we go. I've got a decent run. Hopefully now I'll be able to show you some of his actual base cards from those sets, as they're a little bit more affordable, and felt comfortable keeping them here with the collection. But the 1970, I like that card. It's just kind of him just kind of like, getting ready for the ballpark, Got the glove, got the ball, just ready to go. The All-Star from 70. Wish they'd given him a better card in 71. That's really not a... Mays 2, just not a very imaginative portrait card from that 71. 72, much better. This one's almost, like, you see a lot of these off-center left to right. I don't know where it was on the sheet, but it's a problem for that 72. This was one of my favorite ones, showing him like these trotting the bases after a home run or something. And just to show you how good Hank Aaron was, he made 2 leaders cards there. He was number 2 in home runs in 71 and 3rd in RBIs. Man, he was doing it all the way up into the end. What a player. 73 card, that's a real sharp one. An action shot. And then 73 also has this home run all-time leaders, kind of foreshadowing as Hank is getting closer. Willie is at the tail end. You'll see him later on. He's in a Mets uniform in 73. And then Hank becomes the all-time total base leader. Everyone focuses on the home runs, but he was the all-time total base leader, man. He was one of the best hitters to ever play the game. Here's his 74 card. This is his standard 74. They just did it as a commemorative, as when they made this card, he had not yet broken the record. He would do it in April of 74. So when they're printing this one off, probably, in December of 73 or January of 74. They're just like, well, we kind of know he's going to do it. So that's an interesting card. They did these commemorative cards too, celebrating all his years. I've just got 2 of them. Here's a really cool card, and this guy just missed getting into the Hall of Fame. A lot of folks thought he would, Dick Allen, but he shared that All-Star card. And once again, 1974, and he's an All-Star first baseman. I mean, obviously it's probably for the 73 year, but just talking about a man who played high-quality baseball for a long time. And then on to beautiful 75s here in his full size, and then to the miniature version. And then I'm partial to this highlights too. Interesting psychedelic color schemes on those highlight cards. And it also gives them the NL All-Star outfield, which they didn't put this over here. He's a designated here, and he's NL All-Star. Okay, weird. And then that most valuable player set. This is a cool one because he shares with Mickey Mantle. He's coming back to Milwaukee to finish out his career. And he's got these SSPCs. I think I probably bought these at the same time with the hopes of winning 1 and somehow won 2. Not a bad problem to have. Trust me, considering what I paid for them a couple years ago. And a really cool, colorful 76. Man, I love that 76 set. And he's got a record breaker in there. Most RBIs in a lifetime. 2,262. Just do the math on that, man. That's like hitting over 100 RBIs a year for 22 years, and you're still 62 short. I mean, that's just insane, dude. That's insane. All right, I'm going to swing around and show you another great ball player. This guy, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, a little smaller collection. And once again, a lot of the good cards. I've got his, a 6, a 58 and a 6, really nice card. But here's some of the lower priced stuff. I like that Baseball Thrills Mays. That's one of the 300 great cards of the 20th century. Colorful 60 Topps All-Star card. You had that Master Mentor card. Willie does a lot of multiplayer cards. He gets a lot of them. I showed you the one that he shared with Duke Snider in 58. I've got a 59 him as well that he shared with Richie Ashburn. I think it's with my Richie Ashburn collection. So then in 60 he has one. 62 he has one with Mickey Mantle that I also have, just not being able to show here. In 63 we'll see another one. There's the RBI leaders. He's got Roberto Clemente there as well. Here's a nice Sporting News All-Star. See him again in 63 sharing that card with Stan Musial. In RBI's leader with Ron Santo and Ken Boyer. Ken Boyer was the 64 MVP that year. He led the league in RBIs. I wonder if he'll one day make the Hall. That's a guy for you prospective collectors. You know, if you're thinking about, hey, collecting a vintage guy whose card prices haven't blown up yet, Ken Boyer's a good option. Not saying he'll make the Hall of Fame, but he is underpriced for what he did for the game. Willie Mays, kind of a lower grade, 67. It's funny when I say like a lower grade, you know, I remember buying this card for not a whole lot of money, and now it's probably should be in a safe somewhere. Even in a 5, yep. There he is in a third series checklist card. His decal edge from 69. I've got a beautiful 69 in there at 7. Put away somewhere else. Globe Imports, Kellogg's, Milton Bradley, Dell Team Stamps. Got a couple nice copies from 72 I want to show here. Let's see. There's his regular card, last card in the Giants. And I love that. What is he, like sliding into second base there? They really did a good job in 72 on those in-action cards. Really sweet. And then his last regular playing card there, that 73, shows him in the Mets uniform. And then if you look, the 74, it's commemorating the 73 World Series, right? And there he is. That's Willie Mays there. It doesn't say Willie Mays on the card, but that's well known to be Willie Mays there. And then just a Topps Mini MVP 65. And then I also have the SSPC. I think he was a coach for the Mets then. and a nice Gem Mint 10. And then just a couple, wrap it up with Roberto Clemente, why don't we? A couple, a really small collection right here. Once again, most of my Roberto Clementis that I have are somewhere else, but these are just a couple oddball pieces. This is an interesting one that I've always liked, this Manager's Dream, especially with Tony Oliva just getting into the Hall of Fame. It kind of makes that card have a little bit more pop and pizzazz to it. Before, there's just one Hall of Famer, now you've got two. I don't know about Chico. I don't think you're getting in, buddy, but you're surrounded by a couple good guys. There's the game from '68. And then, like I said, those in-action cards, man, they do it for me. I love those 72 in-actions. There he is, looking at like, dude, he looks like he just got punched out. And he's like, are you kidding me, man? And then popular card is 73 because it's his last year. Tragically passed away. What was it, January 1st, 1973? So this card probably came out. Kids were collecting this card after the news of his death had already been made known, and they knew he was never coming back. But there we go, a couple of the best hitters from the 50s and 60s. Once again, everyone, appreciate your posts, your comments, and I'll talk to you again soon.